How's it going? My name is Chris, and this is just me giving some advice on if you're looking for an air intake, and you own a Sonic, which this is pretty much for everybody who owns a Sonic. If you don't own the 1.4 turbo, which is what I probably should have bought but didn't buy because they didn't have them at the time, or they did, I just didn't think they had any. You ended up buying a 1.8 liter engine, basically. So basically, let me see here. Basically, this is mine. Say 2012 LS Sonic. I bought certified pre-owned. A few mods. I have an Ibach and a Borla Exhaust, but this is what I wanted to show. This is my AEM. My engine. I just bought this a couple days ago. The problem you're gonna have if you have a 1.8 is, see these pieces right here. Now on the stock, this bottom one, there's gonna be a bottom one. It's gonna be all the way on the bottom. It's gonna be turned inwards. So basically, there's like a little plug or something stuck right there. I don't know what that plug is, but you're gonna have a hell of a time trying to loosen that up. Now what I found that's easiest to get back in there is an 8mm flexible head, because it's going to allow you a little bit of flexing room to get in and out to move it. But that right there is going to be the biggest problem you're going to have if you're planning on putting an air intake in a 1.8. In a 1.4 it's simple because you got it right here, but in a 1.8 you got that stuck way back there, so it's a pain in the butt. And although I've had mine for just a day or so, people talk about how your engine how it looks because it's overlaying the engine. I live in Alaska, so it doesn't get hot. Like maybe 70, 80 at the highest is how hot as it gets. So this right here is nothing compared to it because it doesn't get that hot. And so Alaska's pretty mild temperature when it comes to air intakes. But if you own one, and you live like say California, someplace where it gets frequently warm all the time, yeah, I would suggest getting like a thermal wrap for it, or getting a K&N, which leans a little bit further over to the side with the heat shield. But this is my AEM that I paid for, and like I said, the problem I had is these pieces right here. If you do get an engine and you do decide to put one in, I would suggest moving your screws further up. The way it gives you easier access to getting to them. Because I'm going to tell you, it took me 2 hours to put this thing on, and most people were talking about, oh, it shouldn't take you 2 hours. Believe me, if you had a 1.4, then no, because everything's up in the front. But a 1.8, yes, it's going to be a pain in the ass because you got this little plug thing in the back, which I don't know what it goes to, and I've asked, but I don't think anyone actually knows, at least no one that seems to know. So yeah, these two plugs right here are going to be your main issue when it comes to putting in an air intake on a 1.8. But yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to record, was just that.